Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's gonna be a fun 3 days now. They're gonna be fun. Some things. We'll talk about Target obviously. After got completely smacked, and that's a historical move. On Target, right? And these are the things that happen before a recession. Just so you guys know, Target is not supposed to go down 50 points on earnings, but that's just amazing to see. I wish we had caught puts. I wish we had caught puts on that name, because many of those puts will open up 4,000, 5,000%. Because that's a huge move on a retailer. After Walmart, I think we should have known. I mean, I didn't know they had earnings. I did, but I didn't. I just didn't remember. Maybe there was a chance that we may have played. Who knows? But anyways, SPX. So last 4 days, it's slowly been grinding up, right? Nothing crazy, nothing to be excited about if you're a bull, right? There should be no bulls here watching. If you are, come back after a few months, right? If you don't like playing downside, but this zone right here we covered a few days ago. We're building a base underneath this, and when something like this happens, when a major level is broken, two things. All right, there are two things. One, it's a fake out and then a huge complete reversal up. But in this scenario, S&P, we understand the market conditions. It's very unlikely that we see all-time highs from here straight, with all the fundamentals, with what's going on around the world. When we just put everything together, this is not supposed to go to all-time highs. That's something that we can think and we should understand. Okay, maybe it can, who knows, God knows, but no. But this area has now become a very strong resistance point, right? It's not going to be easy getting through this. If we do get through this area by any chance, it's going to get slapped right down. All right, they're going to throw it right back down, like go below, correct yourself more. Okay, and we have some gap fills to here. We ran into expiration as expected, and today they expire at 9 a.m. I believe, and then we see what happens. Today and tomorrow, personally, I'm just going to write this down one more time. I did mention in the chat one more time. This is really important. You guys can forget about all the plays and just focus on this. Even if you catch this play, if you end up catching this play, you can make all the money you want in the world. All right. And I only got 3 likes. Come on, give me some likes at least. It's sad that I have to ask for them. So we have 15% of SPX and QQQ gamma expiring this Friday. All right, and then we have 35% of SPY gamma expiring on Friday. Now this, I can only tell you one thing. On Friday, if we trade around 4,000 in morning or sometime in midday, and let's say if we're below 4,000, let's say we're trading at 3,900, 3,950, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we're trading at 4,300 on Friday in the morning. I have no idea, okay? But this is just one scenario I'm trying out from as much as I understand. If it plays out like this, I know what to do, all right? So if we do have, on Friday in the morning, we trade around 4,000 in the morning, sometime in the midday, and I see the covering starts happening and we get that thing, 4,100 SPX may be in play. All right, and now keep in mind 4,000 can be pinned also. All right, anything is possible, but if we get this 4,000 4,100 run with the decreased volatility in the last few days, there will be options that will go 4,000 5,000 6,000% on SPX, basically from 1 to 50. All right, and you guys will see that happening. If it happens, I'm telling you guys this right now, okay, on Friday OPEX. But what we want now is, we want today to be weak, and then Thursday we also want it to be weak. All right, that's how they're lined up. That's how they should happen. So let's see. All right, so today to be weak, Thursday we want it to be weak. Another thing that I want to show you guys now is our volatility trigger has shifted lower from 43.50 to 41.60. Now these levels, you guys have to understand, they're based on data, they're based on options, they're based on options interest, they're based on a bunch of data in the back end, and this data is the truth in the market. It is not some person that just came up with a level. No, this is the data from the market. So understand this, what it means, go do your research. But at 41.60, basically it's telling us now, before 4,300 plus would have been a tough resistance, now 4,100 plus is super resistance. All right, but if we hold resistance, but if we hold above 41.60 plus, then obviously we can go higher towards 4,300, and then 4,300 I will reload again for my swings. If 4,300 happens, that will be my first target to add on to some of my swing put positions. All right, which is roughly around this zone right here. If we talk about it, roughly in this zone. If we get SPX right here by any chance, I will load up some swings on Microsoft. I will go load up some swings on Apple, some Amazon, Google into puts. I don't care about Google Amazon split, right? There's nothing positive about it for now. We might have that rally, but if that happens, we'll see. But for now, that's where I want to focus. My biggest focus will be Microsoft, okay, for to add on to swings. So that's that for SPX. So today, let's see, wait for the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, see which way the market goes. We can absolutely fly high, we can dip, I have no idea, but I'm looking for some weakness into afternoon. Maybe in the morning we hold, and then around 12:1 I think we can see a downwards. But also Wednesday, at the end of the day, there's a good chance that we can have a little market can hold also. All right, so let's see what happens. Don't want to make any comments right now, don't want to be biased, but let's see what happens. All right, but just remember my comments for Friday. And Bucky, one more thing, if you're listening, this is for you and whoever follows Gamma, anybody that follows Gamma. All right, so I got my gamma levels here. This is the daily, obviously, where you can go on to in the hourly time frame. So I got my gamma levels here, and then I got them on my NDX levels as well. If these levels, when they match with your SPX, let's say SPX is also reaching one of the resistance, let's say NDX is also reaching one of the resistance at the same time, that's the best time to what? Short, scalp. You have more than double resistance in the market, all right, at the same time. Sometimes NDX will be bouncing off a support while SPX is reaching resistance. And then why does SPX get through resistance? Because maybe tech gets stronger, and then you guys know that some tech stocks are way more, right? And if tech has support and SPX is also a support, there's a good chance it can bounce. But if they both get through, then obviously then they both will flush, right? Then you gotta adjust accordingly. But it's just a short strategy that I'm using, or even long, right? When they're both at resistance and support at the same time, take advantage. They play out way more. I've been following that for a few weeks now, and they play out way more. Probability is way high. All right, and so that's SPX for you guys. And next target, I got target TGT. This stock on the weekly last year had one heck of a run. It had a great run all the way towards 260. Right, obviously people were I think the market expected a lot more. They missed on their earnings per share bad. Already is a very strong support, I mean a strong stock, right? Their revenues they beat, they missed on their earnings per share. The only thing now is their margins have dropped. Their margins dropped, right? So let's say before on every $100, let's say your profit was 30, for example, right? Now their profit has dropped from 30 to maybe I think around 25 or 24, right? You guys can go look at the numbers, go to your math, and the market I think did not like that. All right, and now it dropped 50 points. So clearly something is wrong, right? I mean, these moves on retailers they're happening after a long time, and it's not good. So in one shot, they brought the weekly. This blue line is they bought the weekly 200 MA in one shot, almost pretty much. Now we see, do we bounce off the 200 MA? Do we break it? And we come and test these lows in the coming months, which is roughly $90 on target, right? This is 90. And then we have this zone right here, which is roughly 120-ish. All right, I think 120 is reasonable. This is a bit too far, but who knows? Anything is possible. I have seen Walmart sometimes continue from highs and all the way just down for many months also. All right, so let's see what happens here. And watch Amazon today. All right, after Walmart, Target got slapped down. Watch Amazon on the weekly. This action I told you guys, something I'm seeing after a long time. This is not a normal weekly action on Amazon. Had the decline been steady, slowly downtrend, it would have been much better. But this decline straight from 3,400. The high on this was 3,400, and the low on that week was 1,300 points in 6 weeks on Amazon. That's not something normal. Like, trust me, this is not normal on Amazon. This is basically signaling something in the coming months. All right, initially I think a bounce towards 2,500. This zone will be great if we can get it, because I think that's where we want to short Amazon. But again, we might even not get there. They might just take out the lows here soon. All right, and then maybe we come back again, test double, and God knows what's going to happen, right? And something like that. So let's see. But watch Amazon today for us, a big move. All right, watch Amazon. And then we have Costco. Now I understand some people were playing calls, which is great, right? Gotta play the technicals sometimes. Don't want to make you get biased on bearish or bullish. The only reason I did not buy a Costco to the upside, because 50 or 200 MA was right above it, and plus why I don't want to hold calls in this market. Some of you guys had calls. Target has screwed up your lows position and your whatever other retailer calls you guys had, or Costco, right? That's the reason I don't recommend holding calls in this environment at all. Not at all. I mean, some of you guys, basically what's happened is in March we had this rally all across the board, and that is still going on in your mind. Oh, we can get that rally. Oh, we can get that rally. You guys gotta change that mindset. Trust me, right? When VIX is high, don't hold calls overnight, right? Get them in the morning. If you think it's bullish, you can get calls in the morning if the market holds, and then play it, right? But now there's one red day, you can sit there for months and these calls are not going to come back. You can do, unless some market gives some crazy news, these calls are not even going to go close to break even, right? So this is your learning lesson now. All right, maybe they would have worked, but when VIX is above, that's when the major gap ups and downs can happen. So this is, you learn your lessons, as simple as that. Something I couldn't teach you, the market will, right? And it hurts to see it, because me, LB, we repeat these things so much, right? LB, before close, he alerted, I think 5-10 minutes ago, LB, if I'm not wrong, that I reduced my exposure to the long side. That's brilliant, that's smart, right? I mean, why? He knows these things, and he reduced it right away, right? And Oxy, one of the other oil plays, oil's going through the roof. I mean, expenses are high, there's inflation. A great break. This candidate, Warren Buffett, after locking up his shares now, this is a candidate that can continue going up if oil stays strong, right? This can even go towards 75, 80 so fast. It's a possibility, all right? So keep an eye on this. Some of you guys are already in. Your calls are up huge. Congrats. And another smoothie. Thank you. And so let's see. And Walmart also just disgusting. And this market, if you want to play to the upside, I would say spreads. If you think this is a very disgusting chart, if we go on the weekly. Also, this is not good. This is not normal on Walmart, right? And within 3-4 weeks, right? We see it here, but in these conditions, this is a huge red candle. I think Walmart had its biggest decline after a couple of decades on the same day, right? And so let's see what happens here. You guys see this in 2015 in Walmart when the market was sideways. This is when I blew up my accounts, when I was not new in trading but still learning, right? I was an aggressive trader. From 75 it went down to 48. That was a big move down. And the Walmart lasted for sideways until almost 3 years. All right, almost 3 years. So these stocks, when they go sideways, is painful, man, because these are only long-term holds. People that have money but playing options on this, you better be right at the right time. Anyways, guys, manage account. Yeah, I got my smoothie, Hamza. Manage your account, manage size, save up for banana days, stay on cash. If you nail 40-50% in the day on calls, manage your profits. What's the rush, right? Yesterday I had one great SPX calls. Thank you, Mohammed. Credit goes to you. I mean, I'm happy. That's it, right? I mean, this is not a get rich overnight scheme. You don't have to place too many trades, right? 1, 2, 3 right trades and you're good to go. Some days you will have opportunities to do more trades. Some days no. Some days there will be no trades. So take your profits in this market, and along with that, I got a smoothie. I already have my tea. With that, I'll end it, right? Tea, smoothie. And I'll see you guys back in the chat. God bless.